public school there in Yala Street in Mushe. It's still there. So I went there sometime. I realized that the fence was broken up, and we try and fix that. I then went to Akeon Grammar School in Ikero. We have a family friend. Apparently they were from Ikero, and I was so attached to them. I said, but I have to leave Ikero. So I went to, after primary 2, no, actually primary, from 3 then, we call it from 3. So I went to Olivet and repeat from 3 there. And then Olivet Baptist High School in Oyo from 3, 4, and 5. So I graduated from Olivet Baptist High School. And then I went to University of Ibadan, where I did my bachelor's degree in agricultural engineering.
Okay.
I did my master's there also, the same university. And then I went to Cranfield for my PhD.
Okay. Were you adventurous growing up?
Well, I'm more of my parents' pet. So when everybody goes out, I will always be home. But what I know is I read a lot.
Okay.
Even as a child, I read a lot. I know a lot of things, even though, you know, I might not have traveled there, but I was opportune to read a lot because my father has a very big library, and so I just take the books. It might be religious, it might be any book, but I was able to read a lot when I was a child.
Okay, so where is your favorite holiday destination if you get to relax at this?
Oh well, you know, there are various places I've been to, but I like Serengeti in Tanzania. I like it a lot. The natural habitat is amazing, and you can feel nature. You can just feel nature. And when we were young, it used to be this one in Bauchi, the Yankari Game Reserve. The Yankari Game, because of the take-offs. But we were young then, so it was exciting. But I learned that it's not what it used to be anymore. But I think those are the things that we need to rebuild as a country, as a nation, so that our children can understand nature and see even how complex God works. When you see all these animals doing their things, and I think so. I like Serengeti, but again, I also like going to villages. You tend to learn a lot from the elderly people. I always liked old people. Even when I was in secondary school, they called me Omeko, Sufero Agbalagba. That's for some reason, because I always hang around.
What was your nickname?
Interestingly, so I always hang around elderly people, and you tend to learn a lot from them. You know, like they say, old boss are never caught cheap.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about your daughter earlier, so tell me more about your immediate family, your wife.
Well, I have a wife. I've been married now for 28 years. We have 2 kids, a son, but it took us some time. When we got married, it took us about 12 years to have a child. So, and we have my first son, Boluwatife, and then it was then 8 years later that we have. So we have 2 kids, but we thank God, and it's because we are not too many, so we are very close knit. That's why I said that. I try to.
Now I understand. But I'm really interested in the story behind how you met your wife and how you wooed her.
Well, we met in school.
Okay.
I was a student at University of Ibadan, and she was a student at Polytechnic Ibadan. And in my third year, or the 4th year, I was living off. Well, not in the hostel. I was living in one of the lecturers' boys' quarters.
Okay.
I will never. It's called Layard Road in UI. So Layard Road is probably the end of UI. So there is a gate there that links to Police Ibadan. So when I want to buy things, it's easier for me to go through Police Ibadan than the gate of UI because I was the extreme end. And in those process, I met her, and I think I was looking for a mechanic, a friend who had to fix a car. And we saw, and then